Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you liked my last video. And guys, please do subscribe my channel if you haven't done it yet. So today we will discuss about defense mechanism. What is defense mechanism? It is the process of protecting self and coping with the emotionally painful thoughts, events, etc. Most commonly used defense mechanisms are: first is repression. Repression means keeping certain thoughts out of conscious awareness. Example: here is an example of a woman who found childbirth painful but continue to have children, and each time pain is surprising for her. Our next defense mechanism is denial. Denial means refusal to accept the reality. Example: here is an example of a husband who may refuse to recognize obvious signs of wife's infidelity. Infidelity means the partner is cheating to her or his wife or her husband. Our next defense mechanism is displacement. It means unconscious discharge of pent-up feelings to less threatening object. Example: here is an example of a husband who comes home after a bad day at work and yells at his wife. Fourth defense mechanism is reaction formation. Reaction formation means emotions or impulses that are anxiety producing are replaced by exactly opposite. Example: here is an example of a jealous boy who hates his elder brother but may show him respect and affection towards him. Next is rationalization. Rationalization means the individual may justify his failures and socially unacceptable behaviors by giving socially approved reasons. Example: here is an example of a student who fails in the exam and complains that the hostel atmosphere is not favorable and has resulted in her failure. Our next defense mechanism is compensation. Compensation means overachieving in one area to overcome or compensate the failure in other area. Example: here is an example of a student who fails in his studies but may compensate by becoming the college champion in athletics. Our next defense mechanism is projection. Projection means consciously or unconsciously blaming someone else for one's difficulty. Example: here is an example of a surgeon whose patient does not respond as he anticipated and may tend to blame the theatre nurse who helped that surgeon at the time of the operation. Our next defense mechanism is undoing. Undoing means consciously removing unhealthy or threatening thoughts. Example: here is an example of a mother and a child who is giving a treat to her child who is being punished for a wrongdoing. Our next defense mechanism is regression. Regression means temporary reversion of ego to the earlier stage of development rather than handling an unacceptable impulse in more adaptive way. Example. Here is an example of a college boy named Dev who starts sucking his thumb, which was his childhood habit. Usually the adults throw tantrums in this. Our last defense mechanism is conversion. Conversion means the unconscious expression of the intrapsychic conflicts symbolically through physical symptoms. Example. Here is an example of a school student who awakens with a severe or migraine headache in the morning of the final exam and feels that he or she is too ill to take the test. So thank you so much guys for watching my video. I hope you liked it, and please do comment your views.